Okay, I have a problem in my life, and I have no knowledge on how to fix it. Surely no one's gonna take advantage of that fact to scam me. Why do I always gotta be suspicious when I walk into a mechanic's shop, bro? They always got me on my toes. Bro, deadass, I walk in there ready not to believe anything they say. Yeah, I go there to get my car, something very essential to modern day life, fixed for me by them. I shouldn't have to walk around with the most dead serious face, looking all dark and mysterious, just so people get the idea that I know what I'm doing. You see those stories about women paying like $200 for an oil change? And since people are adapting, I'm telling you they're evolving. They prepare whole ass acting scripts for their scams. I'm gonna share with you stories across 3 different mechanic shops and how every single one of these dogs did me dirty. And I'm gonna be saving the most infuriating story for last. Not all mechanics are dogs. Some of them out there are really good people and are very honest. Alright, so this first one, they had the whole shop in on it. I was having problems with my tire, and like I said, the whole shop was there trying to figure it out. So I believed it was really, really bad. And you gotta realize, at that time, I was a young kid, and I knew nothing about cars, so I was scared as hell. They took off the tire, and deadass everybody jumped up. They gasped in disbelief, bro. I'm telling you, if you saw these people, you'd think they were in distress. Even the owner's sister who was just there jumped up, but I guarantee you, she knew nothing about vehicles. She was just standing around doing nothing before that. They told me something about a part wearing down or was getting too thin, and they said if I don't replace it, I'd die in the middle of the road after my car blows up and my organs fly everywhere. And I was scared for my life. But you know, still skeptical. So I called my dad and he told me to tell them to not worry about it and to just fix the original problem. And now here I am thinking, damn, I'm about to die. So I drive off the lot, worried as hell. But guess what? A year later and nothing happened. I'm saying that like it's a bad thing. I'm grateful, but damn, they lied that hard? Those filthy rats. And I feel bad for the honest mechanics who don't do this, but actually treat people with, you know, basic human concepts. Like morals and respect. And bro, I hate it when people blame you for not knowing anything about cars or try to treat you like you're dumb. Like, my bad, I don't know, what do you want me to do? Pick up an entirely new hobby or learn an entire career just so I don't get cheated out of money? It just shouldn't be like that. Aside from that, I went to this place that was dedicated to tires to get all the cars changed. They're in the middle of changing the van, and then the manager pulls up on me and said the hub bearings on the van had to be changed, or once again, if I drive the vehicle, I will die after I explode. Once again, called my dad, and he said just pay for the tire change. And guess what? No explosion. But let's give him some credit. I eventually went back because the van was making weird noises, and it turns out he was right. We actually did need to change the hub bearings. So I was wrong and I was a dog all along, right? No! The first time he said we had to change every single hub bearing, but the second time it turns out we only had to change 2 across the entire vehicle. You know, he just had to milk out that couple extra $100. Just another day at work. Now, for the worst offender of them all, a skunk among men, a filthy animal. Now relax, because this is gonna be a long one. By recommendation, I was sent to a specific guy to get my mom's AC fixed, and I went there 3 separate times. First time, no issues. I went, he did his thing, and I went home, my AC works, I'm a happy man. I gave him $120, everything's good. 3 weeks later, the AC is trash again, starts spitting hot air at me. But now, this is the prime of summer, shit is hot. Take 1 step outside and your back is drenched, you're sweating like it was a 2-hour workout. And all you did was take 3 steps, just to step into your car and instantly get baked at 450 degrees Fahrenheit, only to follow that up with the AC spitting hot air at you. You don't want to feel that frustration. Rage inducing. My dad tells me trust and go back to the guy, and so I did. This time he says the rear AC, which is faulty, is interfering with the front AC, which is functional. And then he gives me 2 options: cut their connection, which would allow the front AC to operate normally, that costs $270, or save both by fixing the back AC, and that would cost $1,100. And then he explains to me why the second reason would cost so much, right? He shows me the culprit. This very, very expensive piece of equipment that he would need to order so he can fix the AC. And I swear to you, all he showed me was a metal rod. It was shaped like this. That's it, nothing too special about it. Made the phone call and I was told to go with the $270 option. Came back later to pick up the car and everything was fine. 4 days later and the hot air is back. Man, at this point I hated this man with every fiber of my being. I cursed him every night before I slept. The mere thought of his face made me cringe in disgust. Remembering his voice irritated me. I've never felt hatred for a person like this in my life. Whatever. Last time, I decided I was gonna go back there and tell him about it. I wasn't paying anything this time. I pull up to the lot. I'm not even out of my car yet and this dog is already approaching me. And he had a smile on his face like this guy was ready to scam me. He was eager. He was like those car salesmen at the end of the month. His filthy arm was extended, reaching for a handshake. Like, what are you doing? Back off me before I curb stomp you, you raccoon. I tell him the issue again and he tells me to pull the car in. Then his employee takes a look at the car and his employee insists that I go into the office and sit down and relax. So I'm sitting there alone with that piece of filth, and then the piece of sewage, also known as the owner, starts making small talk with me as if I haven't been there twice before. He starts asking me about my age, my school, my work, and he kept on going on about how Oh, I'm so proud of you, bro. That's so good for you. Good job, bro. Nice, nice. Like, okay, I take every letter that comes out of your mouth with skepticism. Leave me alone. Now, this is the funny part. Pay attention closely. So the employee walks in and he tells him that I need my AC flushed. And the owner asks the employee how much it would cost, which doesn't make sense. Why would the owner not know of his own prices, but the employee would? But here's why they said it like that. The employee says, oh, it's 200, but I don't know how much you want to charge him. And he says that all while shrugging his shoulders. Then that rodent says, oh, no, for him I do 125. He's a good guy. He comes here a lot. I'll give him a discount. What do you mean 125? You're acting as shit. You're straight out of Darman, and your script is ass. I'll spit in your face. Now, I didn't say that, but that would have been sick. But you see what I mean? You see their little sales tactic, their little acting script to try to trick you? But man, that made me so mad. Anyways, I told him, what do you mean 125? You worked on it 4 days ago, and it's not working again. I paid you a total of 400 so far. Oh, no, because your car is old. It's 2014. You probably haven't flushed it before. You know, this stuff happens with those kind of cars. I straight up said, no, I wasn't going to pay that. And then he said, okay, I'll fill you free on, but if it messes up again, it's not my responsibility after this. You balding armadillo, did you not hear what I just said? You worked on it 4 days ago. So I just said, okay, he filled me free on and I drove off. Never going back there. To this day, I hate that man with all my heart. I've never been that disgusted by the mere sight of another human face before. Man, I hold hatred for that man never seen in human history. Alright, I'm done ranting. There's no way I'm just an idiot. You guys have to have similar stories. Come on.